In this video, we are going to explain exactly why income tax does not start from your very first pound of earnings, and what that means for you. In the UK, you do not pay income tax from the very first pound you earn. There is a threshold, and until your earnings reach that point, every single penny belongs entirely to you. Understanding why this exists makes your payslip much easier to make sense of. This threshold is called your personal allowance. In both the 2025 to 2026 and 2026 to 2027 tax years, it is £12,570 a year. Until your earnings reach £12,570, you pay no income tax at all. Only once you earn above this amount does income tax begin. The personal allowance exists to protect lower earners. The government recognizes that everyone needs a basic level of income just to live, for food, housing, transport, and everyday essentials. Taxing people on every single pound they earn, no matter how little they earn, would make life extremely difficult for those on the lowest incomes. The personal allowance is the government's way of making sure a portion of everyone's income is always protected from tax. In practice, this means that if you earn £12,570 or less a year, you pay no income tax at all. If you earn £15,000 a year, you only pay tax on £2,430, the amount above the threshold. If you earn £25,000 a year, you only pay tax on £12,430. No matter what you earn, your first £12,570 is always completely tax-free. The exact point where income tax begins is £12,571. If you earn £12,570, you pay no tax at all. If you earn £12,571, you pay 20% on just that one extra pound. As your earnings grow, more of the amount above the threshold becomes taxable, but the first £12,570 always stays completely tax-free. Here is a real example. Someone earning £20,000 a year pays no tax on the first £12,570. They only pay 20% on the remaining £7,430, which is £1,486 a year, or £124 a month. Without the personal allowance, they would pay tax on the full £20,000. That would be £4,000 a year, or £333 a month. The threshold saves this person £1,486 every single year. Understanding this is useful in so many situations. When you are starting your first job and want to know whether you will pay tax at all. When you are working part-time, and your earnings may be below the threshold. When you have more than one job, and need to know how your allowance is applied. And any time you want to check your payslip, and confirm the right amount of tax is being deducted. The most common mistake people make is believing that once their earnings cross the £12,570 threshold, all of their income suddenly becomes taxable. This is not true. Only the earnings above £12,570 are taxed. Your first £12,570 stays completely tax-free no matter what you earn above it. To recap, the reason you start paying tax after a certain amount is because your earnings have crossed the personal allowance of £12,570. Everything below that amount is completely tax-free. Only the amount above £12,570 is ever taxed, never your whole salary. Thank you for watching. If this helped, please subscribe for more everyday money topics explained simply.